Mariota delivers. London hauls it in.
In today's pass-happy NFL, you almost always need a Pro Bowl caliber QB and a star-level wide receiver to win. Think about it. Who's the last Super Bowl winning team that lacked a dynamic game-wrecking WR1? As most champions have shown, a top-flight wideout goes a long way in helping your team's chances of winning the Super Bowl. With that said, let's dive into our rankings for all 32 NFL teams' number one receiver from worst to first.
Definitely a different experience for me, but like I said, it's kind of keeping me young, keeping me fresh and excited.
Number 32, Nico Collins, Houston Texans. With Brandon Cooks getting traded to Dallas, it's now Collins' time to shine as the WR1 in H-Town. Despite missing 7 games last year, and despite woeful QB play by Davis Mills, Collins caught 37 passes for 481 yards and 2 touchdowns. Collins should enjoy an immediate QB upgrade with CJ Stroud taking over the offense. And if he's healthy, Collins should be one of the top offensive breakout players of 2023. But we need to see it to believe it, hence his last place ranking here. Number 31, Rashad Bateman, Baltimore Ravens. Injuries limited Baltimore's 2021 first-round pick to 18 total games over his first 2 seasons. He showed promise as a rookie with 46 catches for 515 yards and a touchdown. So it bodes well for Bateman that new offensive coordinator Todd Monken will transition to a more balanced offense this year. Number 30, Adam Thielen, Carolina Panthers. Hard to believe, but Thielen hasn't been a 1,000-yard receiver since 2018. Granted, injuries and Justin Jefferson's rise to stardom in Minnesota didn't exactly help matters for Thielen. The 33-year-old had 70 catches for 716 yards and 6 scores last year. With a thin receiving core outside of Thielen, expect Bryce Young to look his way aplenty. Maybe Thielen can turn back the clock and push for 1K yards again. Number 29, Marquise Brown, Arizona Cardinals. If Kyler Murray weren't missing a good chunk of the year, Brown would be a bit higher. But it's hard to see Brown doing much of anything, A, with Colt McCoy feeding him the ball, and B, DeAndre Hopkins and AJ Green no longer there to draw more attention from the opposing defense. Number 28, Kadarius Toney, Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs trust Patrick Mahomes enough to turn the ex-New York Giant and 2021 first-round pick into a star. So much so that they were okay letting Juju Smith-Schuster and McCole Hardman walk to free agency. Toney didn't have eye-popping stats after joining the Chiefs via trade, but he was the unsung hero of their Super Bowl 57 win over Philadelphia. So let's see what he can do in a full year with this offense. Number 27, Darius Slayton, New York Giants. Slayton has surpassed 700 yards receiving in 3 of his first 4 NFL seasons. Unlike most other guys on this list, however, he is not the undisputed WR1 in New York. Isaiah Hodgins, Sterling Shepard, Paris Campbell, and rookie Jalen Hyatt will push for that crown as well. But among the bunch, Slayton is the most established and proven. Number 26, Juju Smith-Schuster, New England Patriots. The Patriots haven't had a true star wideout since 2019's Julian Edelman. Will free agent signing Juju Smith-Schuster step up and take over as the guy in Foxborough? He rebuilt his value by putting together a nice year in KC, which culminated in his first Super Bowl ring. Of course, Juju will have competition for the WR1 role, alongside Devontae Parker, Kendrick Bourne, and even the under-the-radar rookie Kayshon Boutte. Number 25, Drake London, Atlanta Falcons. Marcus Mariota and Desmond Ridder didn't exactly crush it as Atlanta's QB last year, but it didn't stop London from turning in a real solid rookie year. London finished the year with 72 catches for 866 yards, the 3rd most among rookie wideouts in 2022, and 4 touchdowns. With Bijan Robinson in the fold and Kyle Pitts returning from injury, however, it remains to be seen how much of the pie London will get in the passing game, so stay tuned. Number 24, Christian Watson, Green Bay Packers. Watson and Jahan Dotson of Washington finished in a tie for a first in receiving touchdowns among rookies with 7 apiece. Impressive for Watson, considering that he missed 3 games. Watson had 3 100-yard receiving games last season, so if healthy, this could be the year that he establishes himself as the next great wideout in Green Bay. Of course, it largely depends on how Jordan Love fares as QB. Number 23, Jerry Jeudy, Denver Broncos. The Broncos had the worst scoring offense last year, but Jeudy still turned in a career year with 67 catches for 972 yards and 6 touchdowns. Every Broncos player and fan can only hope that Sean Payton's arrival will help the Russell Wilson-led offense live up to its sky-high potential after a miserable 2022 campaign. But Jeudy is capable of pushing for 1,000 yards if healthy, no matter who's throwing him the ball. Number 22, Calvin Ridley, Jacksonville Jaguars. Ridley was suspended for all of 2022 after the NFL caught him gambling on games. He hasn't played a full season since 2020, so why a top 22 ranking here? Well, consider that Ridley recorded over 60 catches and north of 800 receiving yards in his first 3 seasons while with Atlanta. To us, there is no doubt that he'll regain his Pro Bowl caliber form in a Doug Peterson coached and Trevor Lawrence-led offense. Number 21, DeAndre Hopkins, Tennessee Titans. Hopkins is a tough one to rank here. He's been a top 5 receiver in the game when healthy, but the problem is that injuries and suspensions limited him to 19 games over the 2021 and 2022 seasons. Also, it's dangerous betting on D-Hop to perform like a superstar now that he's on the wrong side of 30, and that his quarterback is also an aging and injury-prone commodity in Ryan Tannehill. If Hopkins plays all 17 games, though, he just might return to top 10 wide receiver status. Number 20, Michael Pittman Jr., Indianapolis Colts. The Colts passing game sucked big time last year, but that didn't stop Pittman Jr. from hauling in a career-high 99 passes for 925 yards and 4 touchdowns. Pittman Jr.'s strong production without good QB play factored high in his rankings here. If rookie Anthony Richardson comes as advertised, well, Pittman Jr. could go off in his contract year. Number 19, Deontay Johnson, Pittsburgh Steelers. 3 straight seasons of 80-plus catches and over 800 yards for Johnson, also without a solid QB option. Yeah, it's going to be neck and neck between Johnson and second-year product George Pickens for the WR1 job in 2023. But either way, Kenny Pickett is set up nicely to succeed as a sophomore with this dynamic receiving duo. Number 18, Mike Williams, Los Angeles Chargers. Williams could have set personal bests in 2022 if he didn't miss 4 games. Regardless, he has supplanted Keenan Allen as the WR1 in Chargers land. Allen is injury-prone and ending his prime, but Williams remains one of the game's toughest one-on-one covers with the ideal combination of size, physicality, and game-changing speed. Expect Williams and Justin Herbert to again be one of football's premier pass-catching duos in 2023. Number 17, Chris Olave, New Orleans Saints. Olave had a phenomenal rookie year on a New Orleans team that was also held back by mediocre QB play from Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston. Olave tallied 72 catches for 1,042 yards and 4 touchdowns. With Derek Carr now taking over the offense, Olave could make the jump from good to great in 2023. Number 16, Amari Cooper, Cleveland Browns. You know what you're getting with Cooper. He has surpassed 1,000 yards in 6 of his 8 NFL seasons. In fact, the 1,160 yards he put up in year 1 with the Browns was the second best mark of his career. And those 9 receiving TDs, also a personal best. If Deshaun Watson can bounce back and return to his Texans-like form, then hey, Cooper could easily turn in his best season yet. Number 15, DJ Moore, Chicago Bears. You know you're a real solid receiver when a down year consists of 888 catches and a career-high 7 TD receptions. Remind us who was throwing the ball in Carolina again last year? Justin Fields is already better than any QB Moore worked with in Carolina, so you can expect another season of 60-something catches and 800-plus receiving yards. Number 14, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Detroit Lions. Still can't believe this speedy and slick wideout was a 4th-round pick in 2021. St. Brown was one of 9 receivers to hit the 100-catch plateau last season, but we are sure bigger things await here in 2023. Jared Goff made significant improvement in his second season with the Lions, so there's no reason to believe that this dynamic QB receiving duo will slow down in 2023. If anything, it'll be even better. Number 13, Mike Evans, Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Unlike a box full of chocolates, you know exactly what you're getting with Evans. 9 NFL seasons down at 9 1,000-yard campaigns. Yeah, that is a remarkable model of consistency. Tom Brady's retirement hurts, no doubt, but Evans was putting up elite numbers well before Brady arrived anyway. He should once again surpass 1K this season, regardless of who's throwing him the football. Number 12, Deebo Samuel, San Francisco 49ers. Samuel missed 4 games last year and thus could not build off his breakout 2021 season in which he tallied 1,770 yards of offense and 14 total TDs. But keep in mind, Samuel had to work with 3 different starting QBs last season. He's had a full summer now to build more chemistry with Brock Purdy, and if healthy, will again be the go-to receiver in San Fran's loaded offense. Number 11, Terry McLaurin, Washington Commanders. McLaurin's consistent production is especially impressive because the best QB that he's had in his career up to this point is Taylor Heineke. But all he's done is continue to put up Pro Bowl-like numbers, exceeding 70 receptions and 1,000 yards in each of the last 3 years. Not sure how Sam Howell or Jacoby Brissett will fare at QB, but we do know that Scary Terry will be his usual dominant self in 2023. As usual, a must-have for your fantasy team. Number 10, DK Metcalf, Seattle Seahawks. Metcalf helped Geno Smith turn in a career year that culminated in Comeback Player of the Year honors. Though the 6 receiving TDs were the lowest mark of Metcalf's career, he did haul in a career-high 90 receptions. Metcalf hasn't missed a game through his first 4 seasons. The arrival of promising rookie Jackson Smith-Njigba means that Metcalf can expect fewer targets. But it's hard to think of more than 5 pass catchers who are tougher in one-on-one coverage than the beast in Seattle. Number 9, Garrett Wilson, New York Jets. Wilson won Offensive Rookie of the Year honors on a Jets team whose best QB in 2022 was Joe frickin' Flacco. Just a hunch, but we think that Wilson will go off as a sophomore now that he has Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback. 83 receptions for 1,103 yards and 4 touchdowns as a rookie. Yeah, can't wait to see what Wilson does for an encore with A-Rod now captaining the offense. Number 8, A.J. Brown, Philadelphia Eagles. Despite having to share targets with fellow star Devontae Smith, Brown tallied a career year in 2022 and nearly helped the Eagles to a Super Bowl 57 championship. Brown was 4th in receiving last year with 1,496 yards. Only Devontae Adams and Travis Kelce topped Brown's TD reception total of 11. Something tells us that Brown will be just as good or, hey, even better in 2023 in this high-powered Philly offense. Number 7, Cooper Kupp, Los Angeles Rams. The Super Bowl 56 MVP and 2021 Offensive Player of the Year unfortunately missed the final 8 games last year with an ankle injury. But only Justin Jefferson and Tyreek Hill averaged more yards per game than Kupp's 90.2. If Matthew Stafford can stay healthy after battling a variety of injuries last year, Kupp should reassert himself as a top 5 wideout in the game. I mean, we all know what happened in his last fully healthy season. Number 6, CeeDee Lamb, Dallas Cowboys. As expected, Lamb made the jump from great to superstar following Amari Cooper's departure. Lamb more than established himself as the new WR1 in Dallas, racking up 107 catches for 1,359 yards and 9 touchdowns. Dallas lacked a capable number 2 receiving option in 2022, and yet there was no slowing Lamb down. But the arrival of Brandon Cooks opens the door for Lamb to put up even better numbers in year 4. Number 5, Stephon Diggs, Buffalo Bills. There were trade rumors and plenty of whispers that Diggs is unhappy with Buffalo, but the 3-time Pro Bowler is still a member of the Bills, for now. Diggs' 338 receptions since 2020 are tied with Devontae Adams for the most. Coming off a 3rd straight season of 100 catches and over 1,200 yards receiving, Diggs should once again be in contention for the receiving crown in 2023. Number 4, Tyreek Hill, Miami Dolphins. No Patrick Mahomes? No problem. All Hill did in year 1 outside of KC was tally 119 receptions for 1,710 yards, both career best, and 7 TDs. Only Justin Jefferson had more catches and receiving yards than Cheetah. Yeah, pretty impressive considering Hill had to share targets with another superstar wideout in Jalen Waddle. Now we wait and see if Hill can manage to top his 2022 totals. Number 3, Jamar Chase, Cincinnati Bengals. Unbelievable. Chase missed 5 games as a sophomore and still had 87 catches for 1,046 yards and 9 touchdowns. In Cincy's 3 playoff games, he had 20 catches for 220 yards and 2 TDs, as they fell just short of a second-straight Super Bowl appearance. Chase has to share the ball with T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd, and Joe Mixon, yet he just keeps on humiliating defenders with his slick routes and contested catch abilities. Is it too early to suggest that Chase and Justin Jefferson will fight for the crown of the league's best receiver over the next few or so years? Number 2, Davante Adams, Las Vegas Raiders. The Raiders curiously got worse last year despite monster years from Adams and rushing champion Josh Jacobs, but the good news for the Silver and Black is that Adams showed that he doesn't need Aaron Rodgers to dominate. Adams' 1,516 receiving yards were a Raiders single-season record. His 14 receiving TDs also led the NFL, the second time in 3 years where Adams finished tops in that category. No reason to think that he's going to slow down here in 2023. Number 1, Justin Jefferson, Minnesota Vikings. Most years when we do this list, it's a tough call for number 1. But yeah, there is none of it this year though. The reigning Offensive Player of the Year led the NFL in both catches and receiving yards. He became just the 6th player to exceed 1,800 receiving yards, which is pretty darn good for those of you who aren't good at math. Oh, and Jefferson also leads the NFL in receiving yards since breaking into the league in 2020. Yeah, do we really need to say any more? But who do you think is the best wide receiver in the NFL entering 2023? Let us know in the comment section below. If you like this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton, and hey, we appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to TPS though, subscribing is a great idea because we put out videos like this every single day. But as always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.